Hello, hello, everybody. Hello. Hello, hello. Alright, well, I guess I'm live, so I'll get rid of that. What is up, everybody? My name is Arose. Tonight I am going to be streaming. I know it's on a Tuesday, and it's about 1 a.m., going on 1 a.m. This is a stream I wanted to do earlier today, and this morning, in fact, or whatever. I'll be talking about the rest of the E3 conferences, Ubisoft, PlayStation, and Nintendo. As a finish up E3, I'll be giving my final thoughts on everything. So with that said, let's get to the game. Let's do it. Here we go. Be playing Shadowverse. I was gonna play Tekken 7 when I did this stream, but I'm watching the Yankee game in the background, so I figured something simple. Hopefully you can't really hear the game in the background, but yep, they're playing out on the West Coast. They're playing Los Angeles Angels, so they will be playing until about close to 2 in the morning, or depending on if this game stays tied, maybe later than that. Whoa, what do we got going on here? Oh, right, this is all the bonus stuff. I got 5 card packs right now. So this was... Okay, so... Oh, I could easily get all these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9 is 10. And there's 14 days to get them all, so that's not bad. Okay. Tomorrow I'll get 5 Darkness Evolved packs. Now, I'll open the cards last, since I really don't need them right now. I wonder if you could still get the Street Fighter stuff. Curious if that was just a promotion. Yep, that was only a promotion because they're gone. It kind of sucks. What are these? These are nice. These are newly added. Yep. Score rewards. Okay. Yeah, here, Grand Blue Fantasy, and Rise of Bahamut. Alright, so I'm going to be doing dailies while I talk about E3. So let's check out the daily missions. I still have to win 7 matches. I'm in the middle of that one. Win 1 match is Runecraft. I don't give 2 fucks about Runecraft, so let's reset. Win 4 matches as Runecraft or Swordcraft. Okay. So I have to win 1 is Bloodcraft, 4 is Swordcraft. So I'll start with the Bloodcraft. Might as well. Is it this deck? Yeah, it's gotta be this deck. So yesterday, Ubisoft had their press conference first, and they showed some games. I actually liked their press conference more this year than I did last year. This year they showed the expansion for their snowboarding game Steep, and there's more. Damn it! There's more to the game.
You must die.
It's adding some more game modes to it and whatnot. Steep is a game I'm interested in, and I definitely want to try it out. I'm just not, in the mood to buy the game. I definitely probably would GameFly it. So I thought that was pretty cool. Then they did the Assassin's Creed. We saw that again, even though we just saw it on Microsoft's press conference. They showed it again because it's an Ubisoft game, so why not? Of course they would. That's like their flagship right now. And okay.
Let's have some fun.
What they did was they released an 8. Well, they're going to, when the game comes out, have an $800 collector's edition. Who in their right mind would buy an $800 collector's edition of a game? Because I sure as hell wouldn't. And now I wish my Vania wasn't destroyed. Oh well. So that's that. $800. Ubisoft, they're on crack. To be honest, that fucking collector's edition better be made of gold for that fucking price. Anybody who buys that is insane.
My loyalty is ironclad.
See you around.
So, basically, I'm gonna put this. Why is this card in my deck? They showed Just Dance, because of course they would. And they had some musical acts, which I didn't give two shits about. They had 3 songs that are in the game, played live on stage. And I did not care one bit for it. So, Just Dance is one of their yearly games that they show. This one is Just Dance 2018, and it's not my cup of tea, that's for sure. But yeah, to those of you who like the game, more power to you. Then they showed the game I wanted to see. I wanted to see it. It's called The Crew 2. You're a bastard. The Crew 2 is going to be a great game, I think. I like the first one, so I think the second one's going to be a pretty decent game.
We're together forever.
My armor's been pierced.
They showed some of the what the game's going to look like, and it's more of the same, only it looks more fleshed out. This one has off-road racing with bikes and off-road buggies and stuff, and it looks really cool. Now I know the first game had a bikes expansion later on, but I just think this is pretty cool. So this is something I'm really looking forward to with the game, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun to play. And I know I'm talking about these games out of order, but then they showed the last thing that they showed. Well, it wasn't the last thing, but to me it's the last thing. They showed Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle, being developed by Ubisoft, obviously licensed by Nintendo. And it's a decent game. I don't really know if it's a game I would play, but I certainly would certainly not what's the word I'm looking for here, rule it out, I guess you could say.
The battlefield. Let's have some fun.
You will soon learn.
I can't take it. Why so shy? I love the chaos.
So that was Ubisoft for the most part. Not terrible showing. It might have showed one other game that I probably don't remember. PlayStation showed a lot of games, and this is the one, oh my god, this is the one I'm going to talk about the most. I lost. Definitely lost.
Your strength
That's
is
cool.
formidable.
This one is the conference I'm going to talk about the most because I was actually live at the PlayStation E3 experience. So I got to see everything live, which means I watched the hour-long pre-show and the show itself, which was supposed to be an hour and a half, and it only went an hour and 15 minutes. So it was a little shorter than it was supposed to be, but with the pre-show, it was all right. The pre-show, they showed Crash Bandicoot, a better trailer, and it's all over the internet now. You can see it.
Mother, father, come on.
And you can play as Coco in all 3 games now. You can obviously revisit all 3 games in higher definition graphics. Some of the stages were redesigned to fit the new style of the game. They had took them 3 tries to get the thing going though. They showed. Oh, excuse me for yawning. This is pretty late. Then they showed. I'm trying to think. They showed Gran Turismo Sport. That was a game they were heavily focusing on during the pre-show. They went behind the scenes with Polyphony Digital about the development of the game and whatnot. And I've been playing the closed beta for this game for a little while now. And I, for one, think it's a great game. I don't think it's better than Forza after what we've seen with Forza 7. But I do think it's a good game. It's a great game. I'm definitely going to play it. I had mine pre-ordered for at least a year now. I think I pre-ordered mine in April of last year. And it's coming out in the fall. Lucky catch. And looking forward to playing it. I can't wait. I played every game. Son of a bitch. Fucking knocking shit over here. Shit. Fuck that fuck. All because I'm trying to reach for a tissue. Make your fucking move. Let's go. I played every Gran Turismo game in the main series. The only one I didn't play was the 2001 concept Tokyo one. I believe that was Japan only. I can't remember. And I didn't play the one on the PSP. But other than that, I've played them all, pretty much. This card. Okay, thanks for that. This card. Yeah, let's be a dick.
You will soon
They didn't show Death Stranding at all, and I'm going to get, further into that later on. They did show a couple other good games. They did show a couple other good games. Games we've previously known about that are coming out this year. The main thing I'm looking forward to is the Crash game right now. We didn't see any more of Need for Speed Payback, which I'm hearing it's a PlayStation exclusive. That doesn't sound right though.
witness the power. No mercy. I'll cut you down.
Sorry, gotta go.
I think it's a place. I don't know if it's a PlayStation exclusive for Need for Speed Payback, but they didn't show any more of it. I didn't think they would, but the hour went by. One thing that reoccurred was one of the guys there. They kept calling him Asshat, and they showed some other games, that I didn't particularly care about. The main event on the pre-show was Undertale, and I'm gonna get to that. They also showed a few VR games. I don't care about VR. Thanks for killing my creature. Brick. I don't care at all about VR. And I don't want to lose this game.
Let's defile the battlefield.
Ooh, man, I'm gonna cut this very close. They showed some VR games I really didn't care about. Undertale was the main event. Oh, you son of a bitch. And now I lost. Again. Yep. 3, 4, 5, 7 damage.
Your strength
Terrific.
is formidable.
So Undertale was the main event of the show, and it's going to be on PS4 or PS Vita, and obviously it's been on PC for quite a while. And there's going to be a physical edition, which is going to have a collector's edition. They showed the collector's edition. In fact, I have that part on video. On my last video I did about the PlayStation E3 experience. So if you want to see what that looks like, I would highly recommend looking at that video. Take a look at that. But I don't care for Undertale. But yeah, so this one guy kept being called, they kept calling him Asshat. They kept calling him that by name, Asshat. And every time they called him Asshat, the crowd I was in just laughed their ass off every fucking time. As if it was meant to happen. And I did think it was pretty funny until like the third or fourth time they did it. And then I'm like, okay, this really isn't that funny anymore.
They're so fresh.
But, you know, it's whatever. Then the show came to an end, and then they were loading up the main show. And this is where the gold happened, and again, you can see this on my E3 PlayStation Experience video. If you watch that, you'll see what I'm talking about. I don't know if this was the theater having technical difficulties, or if it was on PlayStation's end, but they were flashing colored lights on the screen. And when the screen would turn green, everybody booed. And someone made a joke and said, Xbox, go home. And then I caught it, and I said it, and then it turned red. Then everybody cheered for red, and then we booed for green. Then it turned red again, we cheered. Then it turned green again, we booed. Then the screen went pitch black, and we were like all like, aw, like sad, you know, like, oh man, disappointed. And then it turned white, and everybody was fucking nuts. We marked out for a white screen. I don't know why, but it was great. And my voice cracked like hell.
See you around.
So I thought that was pretty funny. And that's how the show started. And then the first two reveals at the theater, I don't know if it was the theater or if it was PlayStation again having these issues. The first two games they showed were Uncharted: The Lost Legacy and Horizon Zero Dawn, the expansion, which is Horizon Frozen Wilds. And for both of those trailers, there was no sound. At least we couldn't hear it. There was sound. It was very faint. But with the crowd being a little noisy, you couldn't hear shit. So that was a little disappointing, but
I haven't let loose lately.
it was still, I guess, cool nonetheless. The sound did get fixed eventually, and we were looking at Days Gone. And to be honest, I'm liking this game more now than I did when they first showed it last year. And I'm not sure why that is. I wasn't really interested in the game last year, but this trailer looks so much better. Like, the gameplay was better. Maybe they just showed a more interesting part of the game compared to last year. Last year they showed a whole bunch of zombies on the map chasing the guy. And they did show some of that, but they showed him like blowing up a bridge and stuff.
It's for you.
Yep, I lost this game. Overkill much?
Your strength is
Wow.
formidable.
I gotta stop playing Shadowverse in the middle of the night because that's when all the Asians are playing. And you can't beat Asian kids at anything you fucking play. So after Days Gone, then they showed a couple other games. They showed a game called Star Child, which I really didn't give a shit about. They showed a game called Detroit, which I believe they showed last year. And I didn't care too much for that game. It really got like no reaction from the crowd that I was in. They showed Call of Duty World War II, and that went over like a lead balloon with the crowd I was in. Nobody gave one fuck at all. And I'm happy about that because I can't stand Call of Duty, and I want that series to die. Then they showed Become Human. That game went over like a freaking dud. Nobody cared about that. They showed God of War. They showed a gameplay trailer of that, and a lot of people made some noise for that game. That's a game I'm interested in, like a reboot of God of War. I played every God of War game in the series, including the 3 handheld ones, because they got remastered onto the PS3. Oh yeah, no, they made 7 God of War games. I said 6. Yeah, the original 3, then the 3 handheld games, and God of War Ascension. So yeah, it was 7. So I played them all. I love the series, great games.
Oh my god.
And I'm really interested on how this game plays out with his son and whatnot. Then they showed Shadow of the Colossus. Everybody loved that. People were happy. I don't know if that's another remaster of the original, since we got that one on the Ico collection on the PS3, or if that's just a new game for... I don't know if that's a new game for Shadow of the Colossus, like that's another series, like they're rebooting it.
Aw, shucks.
But if it is a reboot, I guess it looks pretty cool. Shadow of the Colossus was a game I never really cared about. I don't like those kinds of games where you're like running around an open area and you're fighting monsters that are like 50 feet freaking tall. I don't see the appeal in games like that, but I know they're really popular. So, you know, to each their own. Gotta stop using the card like this. But nonetheless, oh, here we go. Nope, no, this card.
Come, my darling.
The game was good. They showed Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, and that game got a lot of cheers. Chun-Li was showed a lot in that trailer, which is awesome, so I'm thinking she's going to be a main character in the story mode of that game. And she's my favorite Street Fighter character, probably my favorite Capcom character, to be honest. So, seeing her in the game
I can't believe
is,
it's over.
you know, really cool. I know she was in all the other ones, but if she's a main staple of this one, then I'll be really happy about that, because why wouldn't I be, you know? But, you know, that game got some cheers. People were liking it. There's supposed to be a playable gameplay story demo available right now on the PlayStation Store, but I heard it was only in Japan and Europe, according to one of my friends on Discord. I'm going to check to see later on if it is on the PSN store now for the US store. If it is, I'm definitely going to play it, and, you know, I'll make a video. I'll make a Let's Play video on the demo because I'm really interested in it, and I myself want to play it. Comes in handy.
All must come to an end.
So Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite comes... Oh, you son of a bitch. It comes out September 19th, I believe the date is. Oh yeah, I can't do that now. I'll die if I do. And my vengeance isn't active for me, so shit. Oh, I could make it active though. Yeah, let's do this.
I'm gonna toy with you.
This should work. Goodbye, Bahamut.
Let us come.
Despair is the spice of life.
Die. Thank you. Oh nope, that's three. Some of the games I don't remember if they had release dates. I'm pretty sure God of War was 2018. Call of Duty is obviously this year. They always come out in November. Destiny 2, we already know is coming out in September.
It's me, Venya.
Sinners be purged.
Trying to think what else. Getting a little silence. I'm actually trying to win this game because I lost 3 in a row. They showed what else? They showed they showed a couple of VR games on the main show too.
Be gone.
Couple games, more stuff I didn't really care about. They showed. Can't really remember the name of it, but yeah, I'm drawing a blank at the moment. But yeah, they didn't show Death Stranding, which is a game they revealed last year. That's Kojima's new IP. They didn't show. They didn't show.
A true warrior.
Let's have some fun.
I'll cut
They
you down.
didn't show The Last of Us 2. That's what it was. They didn't show The Last of Us 2. Sort of disappointed. I'm not, I never played the first one, but Naughty Dog makes amazing games. And the first time we saw that game was at
See you around.
PSX in December last year.
It won't be long now.
So, we didn't see that. I'm sort of surprised about that, as well as not seeing Death Stranding. I thought for sure those were games that we would have to see on the show. But oh man, I'm gonna cut this very close again. If I survive this next turn, I could win. But they showed the last game. Well, I'm not winning anymore. The last game they showed was Spider-Man, and everybody just went fucking nuts for Spider-Man. Oh, I win anyway. Perfect draw, perfect
You're a
timing.
solid fighter.
The last game they showed was Spider-Man. I don't know if it's just called Spider-Man. I don't remember if it's got a working title. And they showed Destiny 2. And as I mentioned, that game, kind of went over pretty weak. We saw a bit of a story trailer for the game this time around. So I'm going to get it. I don't know when, but I'll get it. I'll probably rent it at least to play it. Oh, I was using the wrong deck. That's the deck right here that I was supposed to use. I'm probably going to rent it and play it for Extra Life this year, which is in November, and I'll be talking about that a little ways down the road yet. We're still pretty far away from Extra Life, so really no need to talk about that at the moment. But the last game they showed was Spider-Man, and it looked incredible. And that game made a lot of noise from the crowd multiple times, and I loved it. I tried to record some reactions from the crowd during that game, but my phone died because I was only at 1% battery point at the time. So yeah, and that kind of sucked because I wanted to really capture that footage. And then the show ended, and I talked about how there was some extra codes and stuff left over, some extra goodies, lanyards, and stuff. So I grabbed an extra gift basket code, so now we got 3 instead of 2. So I'm currently waiting for those to hit my email, to hit my email box, so I can enjoy my digital goodies.
Too slow.
No!
And last but not least, today, the Nintendo conference. And in my personal opinion, I think Nintendo wins E3 this year.
The battlefield awaits.
To be honest,
Onward
I don't think anybody
Too slow.
did a better job than Nintendo. The reason I say that is because they brought the games that I cared about the most. EA had one game that I cared about, and that was Need for Speed
I am the mad
Payback.
cyclone.
Xbox had 3 games that they showed that I care about. And those were Forza 7, Dragon Ball Fighters with a Z,
Don't mess with the maid.
and Code Vein was pretty cool, and the Xbox One X. So 1 console and the 3 games.
Your evil deeds
PlayStation combining with the pre-show because I was there for it, and the main show.
I see, awakening.
They showed 2,
We're
3,
together forever.
4, 5, 6 games plus Destiny if I want to throw Destiny in there because they did show it.
Colonel Admiral Monica, reporting for
At
duty.
your service.
They did
You are done for.
they did pretty well. But for the most part, like God of War is not a must-have for me. I can wait for that
Don't
game.
mess with the maid.
I can wait for games like Destiny 2, and I'm not gonna run out and buy Spider-Man, but I will, rent it either through Redbox or through GameFly.
I see.
Uncharted is another game I'm not gonna run out and get, but I really want to play it. That's for sure. Then we have
Stop!
then there's Detroit, I really don't care about. And yesterday when I did my was it yesterday? Well, technically it was. I did it like 2 in the morning. When I did my Microsoft and Bethesda review, there's a couple games I forgot to mention that they showed off. Microsoft showed off Crackdown 3, so I know some people were really looking forward to that. Bethesda showed off another game now that I can't remember the name of again. But Bethesda, they only had the one game I really cared about, and that was Wolfenstein 2.
The Lord wills it. Faster, servant.
Let's speed things up.
It won't be
PlayStation
long
had,
now.
like I said, like 6 games, but like none of them are games that are gonna make me run out and go get them.
Don't mess with the maid.
Nintendo, however, they teased us by showing off the logo for Metroid Prime 4 and saying that it is in development, so that makes everybody happy. Then you have Commanders. Yay, Commanders.
Faster, servant. Fire, fire!
Oh. Fuck. So, I'm not a Metroid Prime fan, but I'm happy to see it back. It's been long overdue. A lot of fans have wanted it over the years, and I think it's just really great that they have something finally that they've been really waiting for.
Watch this. It all ends here. How dare you raise your such insolence?
Too slow.
Sad? The battlefield awaits. Don't mess with the name. Onward home.
But, you know, I'm just really happy. Not that I lost this game, so now I'm 1-4 on the day. But, they showed, you know, they showed again Mario and Rabbids. And they showed the exact same trailer that Ubisoft showed. And I already mentioned that game and what I thought about it, so I'm not going to reiterate myself there. I'm also happy that they're making a new Kirby game and a new Yoshi game, aptly just called Kirby for Kirby's game and Yoshi for Yoshi's game. The Yoshi game looks a lot like the style of Yoshi's Woolly World, but I couldn't exactly tell if Yoshi actually looks like he's Yarn Yoshi again, or if he was a regular Yoshi, you know? But either way, I'm really happy about that, and that will be a game I go out and get. The only two PlayStation games that I am running out to get right away are, you know, Crash and Gran Turismo. Gran Turismo I have pre-ordered again, you know, over a year now. And Crash Bandicoot, that was a big game from my childhood, and I played it a lot, so I'll be running out to get that. And I happen to get paid that day, so how about that? And it's only $40 instead of $60, so it's not a full price game either. So you really can't go wrong there. But yeah, Ubisoft had one game I really cared about. Steep is pretty cool. The Crew 2 is a game I'm really looking forward to playing. I love racing games, so that's like right down my alley. Keep sidetracking myself from Nintendo, but so Metroid, I'm happy that's coming back. A new Kirby game, that's awesome. A new Yoshi game, that's freaking awesome. The Kirby game looks just like your standard Kirby game. I hope they actually make some sort of a challenge to it. But knowing Nintendo, they probably won't. That's going to be like the only disappointing part of the whole game, is that it's not going to be like that hard to beat.
Weapon at the ready, youngling. Straight through ya.
Oh, this kind of blows.
Onward home.
They showed Fire Emblem Warriors, and I love the Warriors franchise. I've been played Warriors Orochi 3 Ultimate. I have played Dynasty Warriors 7. I have played Hyrule Warriors. I've seen my friend play a lot of the Warriors games. I have tried, I think back in the day it was Dynasty Warriors 4. Either 4 or 5, I don't exactly remember now which one it was. But that's a game I'm highly looking forward to. That's probably not a game I'll run out and get, but that's certainly a game that's high on my radar. They mentioned a new Pokemon game, a core Pokemon game being made for the Switch. And I love Pokemon. I love Pokemon games. I play them all the time. I just don't record them because I don't think they're the kind of game that would go over very well. You know, RPGs, especially the ones that run slow like those. But I do play a lot of them. Especially a lot of fan games. The Pokemon fan games and ROM hacks, a lot of them are really good. So I'm happy about Pokemon, and that's a game I'll probably get. I've never run out and gotten the 3DS ones right away, except for like Heart Gold, because you know that game is a big part of my childhood.
You'll never hurt
You know, why wouldn't I want that game right away? You know. Back in the day, I did buy like Pokemon Platinum, Pokemon Diamond, Heart Gold was the last one I actually bought. I didn't buy Pokemon Black or White or Black and White 2. I emulated those games.
Such insolence. Ready to witness my
Japanese versions too, mind you, because I didn't want to wait for them to come over here to play them.
Otohime.
And, you know, they were good games. I skipped Gen 6 so far. I haven't played Gen 7. I haven't played the Hoenn Gen 3 remakes. Those are games I all want to play at some point. I don't know if I'll ever get around to it, to be honest. But I'm certainly keeping up to date with my Pokemon knowledge. So, you know, there's that. Officer. You have Bane and Rush. I like this because I can attack directly. Ooh.
You'll never hurt Otohime. You'll never hurt
Two.
Otohime.
Too slow.
Wait. I should be able to win this game. So they did Xenoblade Chronicles 2. They showed they actually started off the direct with this one, and I was interested in the first game. Never played it on the Wii U. I might play this one. Oh right, and again I'm sidetracking myself from Nintendo, but Monster Hunter World on PlayStation. That was showed last night. That's a game that made some noise in the crowd. People are definitely wanting that game, and I can understand why.
Otohime.
So, you know, there's that game to look forward to.
Destiny calls.
So they started off with Xenoblade Chronicles 2. The game looked amazing. Certainly looked cooler than the first. It's a game that I definitely wouldn't mind playing, you know, given the chance. But again, it's not a game I would run out and get. But it is a game that I would certainly play, that's for sure.
Saber strike! Saber strike!
Yay, I'm 2 and 4 tonight. Haha! I need to win 3 more games with Swordcraft now. So that was that. Did they put a release date for that game?
The pleasure was all mine.
I don't think so. It's out, I believe, next year. Then they showed again the Skyrim Switch version with the Link skin and Master Sword and Shield that are also going to be in the game. They showed... Oops, wrong deck. They showed Rocket League is coming to the Switch. Rocket League I've gotten for free through PlayStation Plus back in July of 2015. So they're coming up on their 2-year anniversary with the game. And I really enjoy Rocket League, and I'm so happy to see that game expanding. And now it's covering all 4 of the major platforms. Obviously being PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo Switch now, and PC. The Switch version will have exclusive Nintendo battle cars that you won't be able to get in the other versions, as well as customization items like they showed Mario and Luigi hat. You can use as a topper for your battle car. They said that they're going to enable the online play to be multi-platform, so you'll be able to play against other players. So that'd be pretty cool if Switch players can play against PlayStation players and PC players and Xbox players. I think that'd be pretty fucking cool. If that's the case, I might even buy it a second time. Well, technically a first time for me since I didn't buy it at all to begin with. But you know what I mean. I was tempted to buy the physical version with all of the DLC up to the time that came out last July. But I didn't, and that's kind of strange because I like having physical copies of all the games I own. So I'll do that at some point. But for some reason, that's just something I haven't done yet. But yeah, Rocket League, super happy to see it coming back. It's going to have split screen 4-player local multiplayer as well, so that's pretty neat. I wonder if there'll be any like exclusive arenas, like they'll make a Mushroom Kingdom arena or something for the Nintendo version. That would be pretty fucking cool.
Raise your blade.
Don't mess with
Too
the
slow.
maid. Apologies, sir. Forgive me. Just
Nice.
spare me.
Time to settle down.
Then they showed Breath of the Wild. They showed the
Wouldn't.
expansion packs for that game and what's going to be in it. There's going to be a master mode, the trial. There's going to be a trial area. I feel like it's called Trial something Forest. I don't remember. It was the first part of the expansion that they showed.
You and I, knight. My sword brings hope.
That, you know, I'm not a fan of Zelda, but I will admit Breath of the Wild looks pretty cool. There's more stuff. There's 4 new amiibo, Breath of the Wild amiibo coming out. So that's yet another amiibo reveal, and they just had one not too long ago. Wait, this is... Oh no, that's that card. What card do I want to play here? Yeah, I'll do this one.
The blade of judgment falls. It won't be long now.
Then they ended.
Light.
They ended their showcase with.
Faster,
They ended their showcase with
Too slow.
Mario Odyssey, of course. That was their bread and butter, their freaking main event. And let me tell you, this game looks even more incredible now than it did the first time they showed it. I really want to play it. And it's really cool how they made it possible now. You could actually play as all of the all of Bowser's minions. That's awesome. Basically, one of Mario's hat powers is, you know, you can stick it to an enemy, and you can take control of that enemy and become that enemy, and the enemy grows a mustache and everything. The trailer showed Mario becoming a frog, a Goomba, a Koopa Turtle, and a fucking giant Tyrannosaurus Rex dinosaur. It was amazing. You know, that's all I gotta say about that. Absolutely amazing. Oh, I can't play it against that card. That's great. All I can do is attack that card. Alright.
Faster, servant.
I have a way out.
It all ends here.
And Mario Odyssey looks amazing. They showed, you know, some of the places that, you know, the game is going to be, the game is going to have again. They showed areas like
What's this?
like the Mexico area. They showed an area that's got like a zip line where Mario's like zip lining down. They showed a couple other areas. They didn't show New Dong City again, I don't think. Oh yeah, Mario possessed the bullet bill and he was flying around in the air, and that was fucking cool. The game is coming out a lot sooner than I expected. They said holiday 2017, so I thought it was going to come out late November or early December before Christmas. It's coming out October 27th, which is a week before my Extra Life charity event. So that will be my main event for that event. I'll probably be playing that game at least once a night for a couple hours each night. So that's going to be something I'm really looking forward to. They showed a trailer for a 3DS Metroid game called Samus Returns, I believe it's called. And it looks like a proper 2D Metroid game. It's a game I think Metroid fans are going to eat up. So again, I'm really happy about that coming out. And this person, I think, is going to quit. You know, so it is, you know what it is. Just about every game they showed I've fucking cared about. Every announcement they made I cared about. Except for the Breath of the Wild, you know, thing. And, you know, all in all, it was a great showing. They didn't show any more Splatoon 2. They didn't show ARMS. Those games are coming out soon. ARMS comes out in 2 days. They didn't say when Splatoon 2 is coming out yet, but they did say summer. They did mention the Pokken Tournament, DX Invitational Tournament, and the Splatoon 2 Invitational Tournament that they were holding. So, you know, if you want to check that out, you know, go ahead, check that out. If you're live at E3, that is, and you're seeing this video. Good luck to you. Quite honestly, I enjoyed it. I think Nintendo won E3. At first, I didn't really enjoy E3 as much as I did last year, but Nintendo really turned that around for me. And last night, I had a blast in the crowd at the PlayStation E3 experience. So I'm looking forward to them doing it again next year. I really hope they do. I don't see why they don't. But for the love of God, PlayStation, please, 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 please do not use that GoFobo website again, because that was god-awful. But I'm going to play this last game of Shadowverse here, and I'm going to wrap this stream up. That's pretty much, you know, all of my thoughts for E3. A lot of new surprises that I didn't expect. Sony did, you know, quite a bit of exactly what I expected them to do last year. Well, not do last year, but show some of the games they did. They showed first last year, like God of War, Become Human, Detroit, Days Gone, technically Crash if you want to count the pre-show. So, and I expected them to show the new Call of Duty because they do it every year. So those were my expectations for PlayStation, and they lived up to it. Even if I really didn't care about, you know, the majority of their games. You know, Bethesda kind of enjoyed a little more this year, but I don't care for VR, and half of their event was VR, and they're actually commanding full $60 price tag they want for VR, and I just said, wow. Even Boogie was a little taken back by that. He showed the screenshot of the Steam page for Fallout 4 VR, how it's commanding a full $60. So honestly, if you have VR and you haven't played Fallout 4, same goes for Doom. Those are games I would think you should pick up, especially Doom. Doom is fucking amazing. Although I think playing that game in VR will probably make you throw up, just because of how fast it moves and how much you'll be moving around. Ubisoft, I didn't expect much from them. I did expect them to show the crew. They did show the crew too. That's what I came to them for, and I got exactly what I was expecting. And the rate I'm going to lose this game. Man, my hand sucks right now. I really can't do much of anything. Well, I gotta destroy this because I keep getting hurt when I summon things. Microsoft, I expected them to show off Scorpio, which we now know is Xbox One X. I expected Forza 7. I got both of those. Honestly, I didn't really know what else to expect from Xbox, so I kind of just went with the flow, and I didn't really care for pretty much all of it. EA, I wanted Need for Speed, and we got Need for Speed. I expected sports games. I got sports games. I don't really care for the sports games. I was not expecting the other games that they showed, that being A Way Out and Anthem, which was highlighted on Xbox's, you know, briefing. Dude, I am so fucked right now.
I seem to have lost.
What? What the hell? Okay. Sure. Thanks for the free win.
The pleasure was all mine.
Well, I need one more now. Let's try to get it. That I don't count that as a game, even though I was getting my ass kicked, and my hand was absolutely terrible. Nintendo. I didn't expect Yoshi, and I didn't expect Kirby. I'm glad I got him. I was hoping for Metroid. We got Metroid. Awesome. I didn't expect another Pokemon announcement, even though it was very subtle. But we got something else. I didn't expect Rocket League going onto the Switch. I thought they would have showed, you know, maybe another game or two that they showed first
You must die.
in January, like
Stand
maybe
back.
Dragon
I
Ball
have
Z
it covered.
Universe 2 for the Switch, or maybe Splatoon, even though that's coming out very soon. Maybe they would have showed not Fire Emblem, not Fire Emblem. What game am I trying to think about? Honestly, I don't even know now. It was that Shin Megami Tensei game, maybe. But yeah, they did show games again that they showed 6 months ago with Xenoblade 2 and Mario Odyssey. Those were confirmed ahead of E3. So the whole thing was great. E3 certainly turned around for me last night with the PlayStation conference. Ubisoft was all right. But yeah, definitely enjoyed E3 a little bit more for the second half of the press conferences than I did for the first half. I had planned to do things in much better order, but plans never seem to work out with me, which is why I'm doing this stream now, and it's almost 2 in the morning, so after this game I'm definitely calling it a night. It is pretty freaking hot, so you probably hear a humming noise in the background. My fan is on the highest setting it could possibly be on, and I am sweating. And it's, you know, it's 1:50 a.m. at this moment in recording, and the last time I checked, it was still 78 degrees outside. For an overnight temperature, that's pretty freaking warm, especially for, you know, the middle of June. You know, that kind of temperature sucks.
Don't mess with
With okay. Oh man, sweating. So the Yankees right now are in extra innings. They are still tied. Game is still tied 2-2. I don't know if you can hear my TV in the background. I really hope you can't. But if you can, I hope it's really not loud at all. I don't have my TV all that loud for myself at the moment, so it shouldn't be that loud on your end. Let's see. Oh, I don't have the one I need. Miss Mage. Fuck. Alright, I'll summon you. Summon you.
Let's speed things up.
You are done for. I'll cut all the wicked
We
down.
won't give him an inch.
Nice.
Too slow.
You wouldn't.
So that pretty much wraps up my E3 talk. I'm just going to finish up this game here, and I'm more than likely going to lose. But that's alright. I'm not the greatest card game player out there. At least I won 4 games tonight. I'm 4 for 4. Or I should say 4 and 4. Oh my god. Wow.
Time to settle down.
I hate that frog. I really do. And I can't attack the fucking thing. No, what am I supposed to do?
The battlefield awaits.
Pretty much all I could do is just make this
You
close,
won't be long
as
now.
close a game as humanly possible.
Together we're unstoppable. Onward, high.
Now that frog is going to have 6 attack points.
You are done for.
8 attack points, and there is your game.
I'll find myself out on the road.
So I went.
My allies
You
justice.
really had to do that? You really need
My allies
You really
justice.
need to do that, buddy?
An exemplary battle.
Dickhead. Well, that about wraps it up for tonight, guys. That is all my E3 coverage I'm going to give you this year. Maybe I'll do this again for PSX. I didn't do it last year, but in December, PlayStation experience in Los Angeles, or is it Anaheim? I don't remember. December 9th and 10th. You know, I'll check that out. If I like what I see enough, maybe I'll do this again, and I'll stream for that. Maybe I'll stream something for Tokyo Game Show. That is if they do like a translated stream of it like they did last year. But who knows? So, thanks for watching. I'm going to continue trying to win this last game I need on my own time. Before I go to sleep here, waiting for this Yankee game to end. Thanks for watching. If you haven't checked out my other E3 coverage, feel free to do so. I have one where I talked about the EA conference while I played a Super Mario World ROM hack. I have another one where I talked about the Microsoft and Bethesda conference while I played Killing Floor 2. And then, of course, this video right here while I played Shadowverse, which originally was going to be Tekken 7. But since the Yankees are playing on the West Coast and they're playing at ass o'clock in the morning on the East Coast on TV, Tekken wasn't going to happen. But thanks for watching, guys. My name is The Rose, and I'll catch your ass down the road. And check out Black Sakura on Facebook. Go on Facebook, type in the search bar, Black Sakura, check us out. We got some projects that you guys might like. Till then, once again, my name is The Rose. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch your ass down the road.